Good morning, Brave Nation, and welcome inside the Levine Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, the site of today's first-round action in the NCAA tournament. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Tournament Southeast Regional begins here. It's the UNC Pembroke Braves and the Limestone College Saints. On the Braves Broadcast Network, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us here today. The Braves come in as the number 3 seed, ranked number 24 in the nation. They're number 3 seed in this regional. They're 24-7 overall, 13-5 in the Peach Belt Conference, and riding a 10-game winning streak, including last weekend's Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship, the first in program history. This team is riding high, but they will be taking on the champions of Conference Carolinas, the number 6 seed Limestone College Saints, who come in at 26-5, a 17-3 mark in Conference Carolinas. And it'll be the Braves and the Saints here today to get things started. The 2:30 game will be between Lincoln Memorial and Pfeiffer. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game. And let's tell you a little bit more about these teams. We'll start with the visiting team, the lower seed, the Limestone College Saints, led by their head coach, Brandon Scott, who's a Limestone class of 1999 grad. He's in his 10th season at the helm in Gaffney, South Carolina. And this season was the 5th 20-win season he's orchestrated. This tournament appearance, the 4th in program history for Limestone College. The starting lineup for the champions of Conference Carolinas, it looks like this. A redshirt senior guard, a transfer from Youngstown State, number 0, Sean Stewart. A junior guard from Ocala, Florida, number 15's Evans Moreau. Redshirt senior guard from Garner, North Carolina, number 24, Shaq Dance. Redshirt senior guard from Leesburg, Florida, number 32, Taryn Wallace. And a redshirt junior forward from Burlington, North Carolina, number 42, Donovan Harris. So the players to watch for this Limestone team, they have 2 double-digit scores, 2 of the top 4 scorers in Conference Carolinas, but that's it. It's really a 2-headed attack. Sean Stewart, the redshirt senior guard, led Conference Carolinas in scoring at 21.6 points per game. He wears number 0. He was named first team all-conference in Conference Carolinas. He's very good. He's just a scorer, a really capable scorer, and the Braves need to keep an eye on their 6-foot point guard. The other guy, Shaq Dance, is the Conference Carolinas Defensive Player of the Year, another first-team all-conference performer, and he ranked in the top 4 in the conference in blocks, steals, defensive rebounds, and points per game. He's a 6'4", 180-pound redshirt senior guard. The Braves will have to guard well in the backcourt and also try to force somebody else to beat them. I think that's going to be the key. Nobody else on Limestone's team averages even 8 points per game. It's really those 2 who are about 20-point-per-game scorers. UNCP is a different story offensively. Their scoring is very well balanced, with 5 players averaging double figures. Starting lineup for the Braves is the same as it's been pretty much all year. In the backcourt, redshirt senior guard from Fayetteville, number 3, Alex Bradley. Out there with a 6th-year senior guard from Whiteville, number 23, Quamaine Rose. And a junior guard from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina, number 0, Brandon Watts. Watts was an all-Peach Belt Conference third-team selection. Akia Pruitt, the freshman forward from Winston-Salem, wears number 4. He was the tournament MVP in the Peach Belt Conference tournament last weekend. Just a freshman, he led the league in blocked shots this season. And in the middle for the Braves, the redshirt junior from the Bronx, forward number 5, Nigel Grant. He was an all-Peach Belt Conference second-team selection, and he scored in double figures in all but 3 of the Braves' 31 games this year. Braves wearing the gray jerseys, going from right to left across the hardwood at the Levine Center. Limestone with the blue jerseys, gold letters and numbers with white trim. Pruitt will jump center for UNCP. Harris jumping for Limestone. 20 minutes on the clock, and we are underway with the opening round of the NCAA tournament. UNCP wins the tip, and Alex Bradley walks it across midcourt. Bradley picked up top by Wallace, and the pass goes to the left side for Watts. The ball swings to the right side, back to Bradley. 16 on the shot clock for UNC Pembroke. Rose gets a step, drives to the rim, double pump layup high off the glass, and no good. Rebound corralled by Limestone. They save it and push it up the floor. Here comes Stewart for the first Saints possession. To the basket, drives it in, and scores right around Akia Pruitt. And it's 2-0 Limestone. We've played 30 seconds here in Charlotte as Quamaine Rose walks it back up for UNC Pembroke, steps into a 3. He's open and he hits. Quamaine Rose, the first 3 points today for UNCP. It's 3-2 Braves. 19:15 remaining in the first half as Alex Bradley guards in the full court against Sean Stewart. Ball was tipped. He went into the backcourt to go get it. Stewart passes to his left for Moreau. Now on the left side with Wallace. Wallace, the pass goes up top now for Dance. Dance gets his first touch. One-on-one against Watts. He steps into a three. Nothing but net. Shaq Dance, a very good three-point shooter, gives the Saints a 5-3 lead. First minute off the clock. Pass down low for Nigel Grant, getting his first look into a double team. He gets hacked, and he'll shoot 2 free throws on the missed shot. Boy, Nigel Grant draws a foul and throws his man down to the floor in the process. He is so strong on the low block. Nigel Grant at 6'7", 240. Donovan Harris tasked with guarding him, 6'7", 220 on the roster. So it's 2 free throws for Nigel Grant. First one is up, and it is back rim and out, no good. 18:49 to go, first half. Limestone 5, UNC Pembroke 3. And it looks like Limestone will go for a change very quickly as Jerry Oliver comes to the scores table and checks in for Donovan Harris. Oliver, a guy who doesn't play very much, just 3.3 minutes per game. They're hoping to get his strength to match up against Nigel Grant's strength down low. Second free throw for the Braves. Big man is good, and UNCP trails by just 1 now. 18:49 still to play. It's 5-4 Limestone. Full court pressure, man-to-man defense for UNCP. Taken into the front court by Stewart. Hands it off, and now the Saints will work it to the left side. They get it back to Dance. Dance going one-on-one against Watts. Ball poked away, stolen by Brandon Watts. Here come the Braves. Bradley up the left wing, picked up his dribble, gives it off for Rose. Pass up top. Grant open straightaway three-point attempt around the rim, no good. Rebound Limestone. 18.5 minutes to go. The Saints up by 1 in the first half here. Up top with Dance. Gives it back off to the point guard Stewart, who looks to the bench. Gets the play call from head coach Brandon Scott. Dribble contained by Moreau on the right side. Dance driving into the lane. They'll call the blocking foul on to Kia Pruitt of UNCP. Looked like their arms just got tangled up there. Dance was using that offhand just to sort of make sure there was a little bit of an arm bar, and Pruitt's arm got tangled up. First team foul on UNCP. Shot clock resets for Limestone. Easy pass down low, and Dance cut right to the rim on a back cut. 7-4 Limestone. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Rose open, three-point off a screen, swish. Quamaine Rose from downtown ties the game at 7. Boy, a huge fist pump from Quamaine Rose. He is fired up right now. A huge pro-Braves fans section here for UNCP. Definitely a home court advantage of sorts for UNCP. Pass to the left corner, three-point attempt, Stewart, good for Limestone. And the Saints are rolling early with the outside shooting. Here's Watts on the left side, back up top for Rose. Rose will use a Pruitt screen. Rose to the free throw line extended, picked up his dribble, back over to Watts on the left wing. Braves down by 3. Here's Grant down low, missed the shot, and the rebound by Limestone. 17:15 to go in the first half. Saints 10, Braves 7. Across midcourt, Sean Stewart, picked up by Quamaine Rose this time. Now the Saints have it up top, going one-on-one against Watts. The pass to the corner. Good up fake, and now a drive coming from Moreau to the basket, swatted by UNCP. Akia Pruitt got his hands on that. The freshman is a big-time shot blocker. Now it's Grant driving to the rim, missed the lefty layup, rebound poked away and recovered by Limestone. Jerry Oliver gobbles it up. Oliver averages less than a rebound per game. It looks like Limestone will look for him to play a lot of minutes here today. 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. Saints up by 3. And now it's Dance going one-on-one on Watts, spins to the rim and lays it in. Shaq Dance, the senior guard from Garner, North Carolina. Big-time scorer, gives the Saints a 5-point lead. Quamaine Rose back for UNCP. That pass tipped, bounces out of bounds. Last touch by Limestone. It remains UNC Pembroke ball. Limestone has missed just once here. They're 5 of 6 from the floor, including 2 of 2 from deep. And the Braves struggling to get going on offense. 2 of 6 from the floor. Both of those makes coming from long range. Braves have their starting 5 on the floor. It's Watts, Rose, Bradley, Grant, and Pruitt. And for Limestone, a couple more changes. We'll get you there 5 as soon as we can. Rose lost his dribble, leaped in the air, tried the pass. It's intercepted. Coming the other way, Limestone. Foul on the pass-off as Kenny Hairston shot the passing lane. And the Saints will have a baseline out of bounds on a bad pass from Quamaine Rose. Blocking foul called on Alex Bradley, his first, team second. 16:09 to go, first half. Limestone 12, UNC Pembroke 7. Saints to inbound here, under the basket they are shooting at. Inbounds pass goes to Kane. Makumba Kane out of Senegal, just into the game for the first time. It's on the left side with Stewart. Stewart into the paint. Scoop move, lays it in, puts it on the rim, and it drops. And Limestone is making everything right now. Timeout, UNC Pembroke. 14-7 start for Limestone. We've played 4 minutes here in Charlotte. You're listening to UNC Pembroke basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. $15:58 to go in the first half. Limestone 14, UNCP 7 here in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. And all 14 points have come from the two-headed monster of Shaq Dance and Sean Stewart, the only Limestone players this season averaging double figures, and they each have 7 in this game. Braves with the starting 5 on the floor. Bradley comes off a Grant screen on the right side. Pull-up jump shot from the free throw line. Rims out, rebound, batted around. Grant gets a second effort. It's poked away and stolen by Limestone. And here comes Shaq Dance up the left wing. Turns the corner around Bradley. Puts it on the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound. Sends it back outside. Three-point attempt. Stewart knocks it in. Sean Stewart with 10. And Limestone leads 17-7. 15:23 to go in the first half. And this is not the start UNCP was hoping for. Alex Bradley takes it into the front court, pass to the right side for Rose. Rose lobs it down low for Grant. Grant spins baseline, puts up the shot, banks it in. Nigel Grant just too strong on the low block, gets the 2 points that time, and the Braves trail by 8. 5 minutes in the books. Limestone 17, UNCP 9. And it'll be taken up the floor by Limestone by Kenny Hairston, who's into the game for the first time. Picked up by Bradley, passed to the left side, goes for Dance. He sizes up Watts, uses a screen to the top of the key. Braves hedge it up top, picked up his dribble. Dance lost the ball, gets it back, and gets a dribble back. Shot clock down to 10 for Limestone. Up top with Dance. Dance dribbling around, takes it to the basket, lays it up, and puts it in. Shaq Dance cannot be stopped right now. He's got 9 points. Just 2 Saints players have scored in this game, and Limestone leads by 10. Down low for Grant. Grant with another baseline spin. It's rejected by Limestone. Makumba Kane got way up to get that block. And the Saints come back the other way with no numbers. Slowed down as Dance slow to get back into the play. Dance up top, guarded by Watts. Wide open 3, straight away, good. Shaq Dance looks over to the bench, and Limestone is unconscious right now. 22-9 Saints, as the Saints are shooting better than 80% from the floor. Braves at 3 of 9. On the right side with Kamaine Rose. Pruitt on the right block. Faces up, now backs down. Fall away shot gets blocked and recovered by Makumba Kane. Back-to-back blocks for the big man. The 6'8" junior forward from Senegal has blocked the Braves' last 2 shots, and Limestone can do no wrong right now. Across midcourt with Stewart, guarded by Rose. Stewart down the left side of the lane. Fall away jump shot from the free throw line. Back rim and out. Rebound Pruitt for UNCP. Here comes Rose up the near wing. 13.5 minutes to go. Braves down by 13. Rose bounce pass down low for Grant. Grant with the righty hook shot in the lane. Puts it in, and the foul. Nigel Grant, a little hesitation, and that fooled Limestone's defender. 22-11 Limestone. 13:26 to go. At the line, shooting 1 for the Braves. Number 5, Nigel Grant. Changes now for UNCP. Mike Smith into the game for Brandon Watts, and James Murray Boyles in for Akia Pruitt. Check that, it will be Rose going to the bench, and the Braves 5 right now, it's Smith, Murray Boyles, Grant, Bradley, and Watts. Carson mounts at the scores table, ready to check in if Nigel Grant makes this free throw. One free throw on the way for Nigel Grant. He's 1 for 2 at the line so far today, a 78% free throw shooter on the year. Lines up this free throw, puts it in the air, and knocks it in. And he'll come out now. Carson Mounts checks in for the Braves. Full court pressure now from UNC Pembroke. It's a zone defense, and the Braves will man out of this. Limestone has Cole to inbound. Immediately Stewart double teamed. Long pass caught by Hairston. Now Hairston takes it into the front court for Limestone. Braves trailing by 10 after some hot shooting by Limestone. They're 9 of 12 from the floor right now. On the left side with Cole, trying to find his man up top. Stewart breaks open off a screen, swings it to the right side for Hairston. 10 on the shot clock for Limestone. Hairston, step back jump shot just inside the free throw line, no good. And the rebound by James Murray Boyles. Here come the Braves. Watts leaves it for Bradley. No numbers in transition for UNC Pembroke. Bradley takes it to the top of the key, and they'll call an offensive foul. Mike Smith away from the ball, and he was hand fighting for a spot there. They'll call it on the Braves' senior guard. 12:55 to go in the first half. Saints 22, Braves 12. Third team foul on the Braves, first personal on Mike Smith. Still just 2 players have scored for Limestone in this game, 12 for Dance, 10 for Stewart. UNCP down by 10, down low. Harris, offensive foul as Alex Bradley snuck in to draw the charge. Looked like they might have called him for traveling anyway, but he lowered the shoulder and absolutely crushed Alex Bradley under his weight. Donovan Harris called for the offensive foul. Now change for the Braves. Alex Bradley maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Micah Kinsey checks in for UNCP. 12:43 to go in the first half. Braves trailing Limestone 22-12. Opening round of the NCAA Tournament Southeast Regional here at the campus of Queens University in Charlotte, North Carolina. Up top with Mike Smith, gets ahead of steam, spins to the middle, puts up the shot, crawls it around the rim and out. Rebound tipped around, and it ends up with Limestone and a foul as Stewart fought 2 gray jerseys to haul it in. Reach-in foul called on Micah Kinsey, already the 4th team foul on UNC Pembroke. Just 2 right now on Limestone. 12:28 to go, first half. Limestone up by 10. Full court pressure again from UNCP. Try to take the ball out of the hands of Sean Stewart, and Watts has a steal. Watts along the baseline, pass tipped out of bounds, and it will be Braves ball. Well, Brandon Watts on the double team there. Sean Stewart, a good ball handler and a great player. Just 6'1", 185, and Brandon Watts at 6'4", has longer reach. Inbounds pass, Murray Boyles, left corner 3, good. JB for 3, his first bucket off the bench, and the Braves trail by 7. Watts gets another steal on the press, puts up the shot. They'll call the offensive foul. So back-to-back steals by Brandon Watts. He tried to drive right to the rim and gets called for the offensive foul. That's his first. 12:12 to go in the first half. Saints 22, Braves 15. Another full court press now from UNC Pembroke. Let's see if they can force the Saints into another mistake. Here's a long pass. They get it to Stewart, and he runs across midcourt. Nifty little inbounds connection there between Dance and Stewart. 2 best players for Limestone, both redshirt seniors. Don't expect to see them sitting very much. Braves knock the ball loose in transition, and it's turned right back over. A wild dribble from Mike Smith. Micah Kinsey batted that ball free. Smith ran out in transition, but tried to spin past his man and coughed it up. On the right side, Stewart with it for Limestone. Under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Braves down by 7. Here's Dance trying to turn the corner on Smith. Finger roll, knocks it in. Right over the outstretched reach of Carson Mounts. It's 24-15 Limestone. Cross half court, here comes Micah Kinsey up top for Murray Boyles at the free throw line. Drive to the basket. They'll call the jump ball as it was tied up. Possession arrow favors Limestone. It will be Saints ball. 11:29 to go in the first half. Limestone leading UNCP 24-15. Keep it locked on the Braves Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. 24-15, the Limestone lead with 11:29 to play in the first half. On the Braves Broadcast Network, it's the opening round of the NCAA tournament. The 3 seed in the Southeast, UNC Pembroke, and the 6 seed, Limestone. The Braves are the Peach Belt Conference champions, the Saints the champions of Conference Carolinas. This is a tough first-round matchup as the Saints have come out red hot. They work the ball with some motion up top. Haven't broken it inside the three-point arc with 15 to shoot on the shot clock. Driving down the lane, Dance lowers the shoulder, puts up the shot, no good. The tip-in is there, however, for Macumba Kane. 26-15 Limestone, 9 minutes in the books as Mike Smith takes it up the floor for UNCP. Kinsey swings to the left side for Watts, who holds above his head. Now waits as Limestone sits back in a 1-3-1 zone. Smith up top, picked up his dribble, bounced pass to Kinsey on the right side. UNCP with 13 to shoot. Kinsey directs the play, holds at the waist, calls for a Mount screen. Kinsey into the lane, dish out for Watts. Bad pass, able to corral it. Now Watts dish out. Smith up fake, ready to shoot the 3 with 3 on the shot clock. It's good. Mike Smith from downtown, and the Braves trail by 8. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half. It's 26-18 Limestone. Mike Smith on the board with his first 3 points. That gets the crowd back into the game. Free throw line, the dribble by Kane. He's not really a threat to shoot from there. Pass to the left side, now back outside as Moreau has it for Limestone. In the corner, it's with Kane. Back up top with Stewart. 10 on the shot clock. Pick and roll. Stewart down the left side of the lane. Hop step to the basket. Kick out. Right wing. 3-point attempt. Hairston. Good. Limestone responds with their own 3. Lead back to 11. Midway through the first half now. 29-18. Watts thought about the 3 on the left side. Gets it back. Now zips it back up top for Kinsey. Limestone continues to be in a 1-3-1 zone. Just passing around the perimeter. Kinsey hopping through the defense. Puts up the shot. No good. UNCP can't get to the rebound. Limestone gobbles it up with Shaq Dance. Back up the floor. Far side with Stewart. Stewart towards the top of the key. Handoff back towards midcourt. And the play called from the sideline with head coach Brandon Scott. Dance going one-on-one. Picked up his dribble. Pass goes to the left side. Hairston uses a screen. Takes it to the top of the key. Pull-up jump shot behind the free throw line. Rattles it in. Kenny Hairston had a hand on his face. It didn't matter. Limestone making just about everything here. 31-18 Limestone leads. 9:15 to go in the first half. The Saints are shooting 70% from the floor, and they're a perfect 5 of 5 from deep. Braves trying to keep pace. They're 4 of 5 from long range and shooting 40% from the floor. Smith, the pass back up top for Kinsey. Now it's Mounts at the free throw line. Pass tip, but Watts able to get it. Watts driving to the rim, puts up the shot, missed it, but he was fouled. Will shoot 2. Very close to being an offensive foul there, but Macumba came just a little late to try to take that charge. 2 free throws on the way for Brandon Watts. 9 minutes remaining in the first half, and Limestone leads UNC Pembroke 31-18. Brandon Watts at the line, the junior guard from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina, named All Peach Belt Conference 3rd team. Guy who averages 13.5 points per game, shoots 65% at the free throw line, and he is good on free throw number 1. Changes now for the Braves, as UNCP will bring in most of the starters back. It's Pruitt, Grant, Rose, Watts, and Mike Smith, the 5 on the floor for Ben Miller's club. The number 6 seed Limestone has come out hot, and now the Braves will be looking for some stops on the other end, trying to win the 3-6 matchup to begin today's action. 4 games to take place this afternoon in Charlotte, as Brandon Watts comes out after making both free throws. Alex Bradley replaces him. More full court pressure for UNCP. Saints run the baseline, get it in. Lob pass goes to Stewart. He crosses midcourt. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Limestone 31, UNC Pembroke 20. Pick and roll action up top. Ball poked into the backcourt. Stewart recovers it, and that was last touched by Limestone. They'll call over and back. So the Braves able to bounce it off Stewart. He had to chase in the backcourt to get it. That's a violation and a turnover by Limestone. Their 6th turnover of the game. UNCP has turned it over 5 times. Hasn't been the cleanest start to the game for either team, unless you're talking about Limestone shooting. That has been pristine. Pass looking down low. Bradley's pass was kicked by Kenny Hairston. The Braves will inbound from the baseline. 8:40 to play first half. Saints 31, Braves 20. Mike Smith to inbound now for UNC Pembroke. Smith slaps the ball, sets up the play, and they'll call a foul on Limestone, a holding foul called on Justin Holloman. Holloman is a transfer from Queens. He played here for 2 years, so very familiar with this gym. That is the 5th team foul on Limestone. Elbow jump shot, Grant, no good. Rebound tipped back up, but no good by Pruitt, and Limestone finally controls the board. Braves coaches yelling at Nigel Grant. He's got a size advantage down low. They want him to go at the basket. And again, over and back called on Limestone. Alex Bradley with the great hands on the reach-in. Back-to-back turnovers by the Saints. UNCP with another chance on offense, trailing by 11 with under 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Clock showing 8:25. UNCP just trying to weather the storm. They need to keep Limestone from getting good looks at the basket because Limestone's even been making the difficult shots. Smith at the top of the key on a bounce pass from Bradley. Double team, but then he dribbles away from it down the right side of the lane. Hopping to the basket. Shot blocked by Dance, and Limestone recovers. Just cannot challenge Shaq Dance like that. Now a whistle away from the ball. And that's a foul called on UNC Pembroke. Call it on Mike Smith. That's his second. Check that. It's a technical foul on Mike Smith. And Brandon Watts will come off the bench for UNCP. Just a quick break for the Braves starting guard. And shooting the technical free throws for Sean Stewart for Limestone. Puts up the first, and it is good. Sean Stewart, a very good free throw shooter at 80%. Mike Smith frustrated by that drive, but cannot get called for a technical on a play like that. Second free throw, Stewart, front rim's no good. 8:09 to go in the first half. Limestone lead as large as it's been at 12. 32-20, and Limestone will inbound from the sideline. Starting five on the floor for UNC Pembroke, as the Saints shooting a blistering 72% right now, including 5 of 5 from long range. Bounce pass to the left side. Hairston holds, waits for someone to cut open. Guarded by Rose, takes it to the top of the key. Bounce pass to the right side, Stewart. Double screen up top. Stewart gets around it. Good defense by Bradley, and the shot blocked out of bounds by Nigel Grant. Alex Bradley worked around 2 screens, forced a wild shot by Stewart, and Nigel Grant sends it into the second row. Timeout on the floor with 7:51 to play in the first half. Limestone leading 32-20. You're listening to UNC Pembroke men's basketball in the NCAA tournament. Keep it here. $7:51 to go in the first half. Limestone with the ball and a 32-20 lead here in Charlotte, opening round of the NCAA tournament. Reach-in foul called on Watts. He tried to take it away from Hairston. And for UNCP, that's team foul number 7. It puts Limestone at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And that is the second personal on Brandon Watts. So this has already been a tough go for UNC Pembroke today, shooting just 33% from the floor compared to Limestone's 68%. Both teams shooting the lights out from beyond the arc. But Limestone with a chance to add to the lead. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Hairston, up and good. Kenny Hairston, a sophomore guard from Charlotte, 63% foul shooter. He is the third leading scorer on the team, first among non-starters at just under 8 points per game. Hairston, second free throw up, and it is good. So with 7:49 to go first half, Limestone 34, UNC Pembroke 20. 1-3-1 zone on defense from the Saints. Bradley takes it into the front court for the black and gold. Dribbles to the left side, clears Watts out. Now up top, Bradley just going one-on-one. Lob pass to the low block for Pruitt. Pruitt faces up from 16, gets to work on the back down. Pruitt spins to the middle, double teamed, puts up the shot he used, fouled, missed it, and it will be 2 free throws for Akia Pruitt. Pruitt so far today, no points on 0 of 3 shooting, and this is his first trip to the free throw line. 6th team foul on Limestone, and that was the second personal called on Makumba Kane. Akia Pruitt, 61% foul shooter. The freshman led the Peach Belt in blocked shots, also scored about 11 points per game. First free throw, nothing but net for Akia Pruitt. He'll have one more. 7:31 to play, first half. Limestone 34, UNC Pembroke 21. And it's one more free throw now for Akia Pruitt. UNCP just trying to get back into this game. They need to get some stops, as Limestone has just been ridiculously good at putting the ball in the basket when they've gotten looks at the basket. Braves with some blocks, with some steals, but the Saints have just been relentless. Second free throw was good. First 2 points of the game for Akia Pruitt. Braves trying to double team the ball as Dance gets it back on the right side. Shaq Dance, guarded by Pruitt now. And Watts coming to help. Long pass to the left side. A great up fake. Step back three on the way. Hairston off the side of the backboard. No good. And Akia Pruitt grabs the rebound. Pushes into the front court. Pruitt spins away from the defender. Now will slow it down. Taps it over to Bradley. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Braves trailing by 12. 3-6 matchup with UNCP as the 3. Pass down low for Grant. Ball gets poked away. He recovers it. Now turns to the middle. Puts up the shot. Back rim and good. That ball wooing all around and in. Nigel Grant flexing the muscles as he runs back on defense. 34-24 the Limestone lead. 8 points in the game for Nigel Grant. He leads UNCP in that category. It's Dance across half court for Limestone. Their second leading scorer at 19.5 points per game. Gets the ball back off a handoff. Closer to midcourt. Then at the top of the key. Now off a screen. Spin move to the middle. Hesitation. Missed the shot. Ball poked loose. It trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Limestone. Shaq Dance trying to go 1-on-3 there. And the help defense arrived just in time for UNC Pembroke to get the stop. 6:20 to go in the first half. 34-24 the Limestone lead. Braves can take it back down under single digits for the first time in a while. Bradley bounce pass to the low block. Grant gets his man in the air with a nice move. Lays it in and the harm. Nigel Grant threw a double team, and he's taken over. Call the foul on Shaq Dance, who came in to try to help and get the block. And that's the first personal on Limestone's stud. Shaq Dance averaging almost a block and a half per game, just getting a little too overzealous on the low block. It was 6:10 to go in the first half. Nigel Grant at the line. Try to cut the deficit to 7. The free throw is good. 34-27 Limestone, 6:10 to go. Full court pressure again from UNCP, but they sag off it. Kenny Hairston takes it up for the Saints. He will cross midcourt with the ball. Sean Stewart, their leading scorer, calling for it. They'll cut him through on the right side. Up top with Stewart still. Braves ready to double team on a pick and roll action. They finally get it in the hands of Stewart with 13 on the shot clock. Stewart sees a double team start to arrive on the right side. Stewart into the corner, leaps in the air, throws a long pass to the opposite corner. Hairston, the pass down low. Ball bounces off of Grant's face. It squirts out of bounds. Last touch by Limestone. Shot clock was down to 2, and UNCP comes up with another stop, forcing the 8th turnover of the day by Limestone. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Limestone lead down to 7. Braves on a bit of a run. Bradley on the far side, looking down low, gets it to Grant. Grant gets back to work on the low block, through a double team. Shot blocked by Dance, recovered by Rose, and he lays it in. Timeout Limestone, 5:24 to play in the first half. And there's some John going back and forth. Brandon Watts coming to get in the face of a Limestone player, and this is bad. Oh, this is very bad. Both benches cleared as both teams came out as it was a timeout taken. So both benches were up, and the officials have to clear this up. They need to clear both teams, send them back to their benches. That was Shaq Dance jawing at Nigel Grant. Grant went down. I didn't see if he was pushed, but Brandon Watts came back over across half court, and they need to get this cleaned up. There was some pushing and some shoving. A lot of players getting right up in each other's faces. This is a full timeout taken by Limestone. While this gets squared away, we will step aside. 5:24 to go in the first half. Braves trailing by just 5 now. It's 34-29, and we'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. 5:24 to go in the first half, and there was a fairly big scuffle that broke out before that timeout. Resetting what happened. Nigel Grant hit with a technical. Makumba Kane of Limestone called for a technical, and it looked like Brandon Watts also called for a technical foul there. So Limestone shot 2 free throws. They get the ball back. They made just one of them, so it's 35-29 Saints, and now a full court press from UNCP. Problem is foul trouble mounting for UNCP. 3 on Brandon Watts, and for Limestone, there's 3 on Makumba Kane. For the Braves, it's Bradley, Rose, Smith, Pruitt, and Murray Boyles, the 5 on the floor for UNCP. Limestone trying to just add to their lead, which had shrunk down to 6. Or it was down to 5 before that last technical free throw. Stewart back in the game after a break. Moreau passes to the right side, Hairston. Off a screen, Dance gets it about 3 steps behind the top of the key. On the right side, Hairston, back up top for Dance. Dance swings to the left side, now Stewart. Stewart one-on-one on Rose. Step back 3 with a hand in his face, no good. Rebound Pruitt. Here come the Braves back the other way. Trailing by 6 with under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Bradley, bounce pass to Murray Boyles, 16 feet from the basket. Starts the back down, and he's fouled. Evans Moreau just reached in, tried to take that ball away from James Murray Boyles. And both teams well over the limit. That's the first personal on Moreau. And the 9th team foul, so 1-1 for James Murray Boyles, a solid free throw shooter for a big man. Both teams will be in the double bonus on the next foul. Murray Boyles front end of the 1-1. The sophomore puts it up and knocks it in. James Murray Boyles, a 76% foul shooter. And he'll have one more. One more free throw on the way for Murray Boyles. Takes his time, puts it up, and drops it in, and the Braves trail by just 4. So after the scorching hot start for Limestone, their shooting percentage down to just 59% in the game. Braves up to 41%, and Limestone has missed its last 2 3-point attempts after making the first 5. Stewart across half court, pass to the left side for Dance as the Braves extending that pressure all the way to midcourt, to the corner. Hairston with an up fake, now drives, puts up the floater, can't get it to go in. Rebound one on the weak side by Mike Smith, and back come the Braves. Here's Rose taking up the far sideline. Rose up top off a Murray Boyles screen, behind the back move. Now driving down the left side of the lane. Double pump layup, puts it up. He's fouled, missed it, but he'll shoot 2. Boy, the Red Sea parted. Quamaine Rose's eyes must have grown twice their size, but knew that the help defense was coming, waited for it, and draws the 3rd personal foul on Donovan Harris. 2 free throws on the way. A timeout taken now by Limestone, and this will be a full timeout. 4:14 to go in the first half. Saints 35, Braves 31, but it will be 2 free throws for Quamaine Rose when we come back. .414 to go in half number 1. Limestone 35, UNCP 31. But at the line for the Braves, number 23, Quamaine Rose, he's shooting 2 for a foul that came before the timeout. First free throw, Rose, back rim and no good. He's an 80% foul shooter, guy who averages 7 points per game. And he'll have to try to focus in and make the second. Rose, a guy well over 1,000 career points. Missed the second free throw as well. And Wallace hauls in the rebound for Limestone. So an empty trip that time for the Braves. Final 4 minutes of the first half. as UNCP trying to weather the storm from Limestone, who scored the first 24 points from just 2 guys. Shaq Dance and Sean Stewart, the only double-figure per-game scorers on this Limestone club. 2-3 zone defensively for UNCP. Pruitt patrolling the middle. Dish out to the left side. 3-point attempt. Around the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out. Alex Bradley comes away with it for the Braves, and they look to push. Bradley, transition 3 with a hand in his face. Left it short. Rebound Limestone. The other way was Shaq Dance taking it up the floor. Sean Stewart right now on the bench for Limestone. He is their leading scorer and the leading scorer from Conference Carolinas this year. 3.5 minutes to play. Braves down by 4 here in the first half. On the left side, they get it back outside. Dance, a long-range 3. Short-rimmed it, no good. Rebound out the other way for UNCP. 5-on-4. Rose over to Smith. Catch and shoot. Oh, no, a great up fake, and now he shoots, and he makes it. Mike Smith from long range. He knew there was a man behind him. Waited for the pump fake, and then buried the 3. Curled the net, so they had to stop, fix the net, and that just allows UNCP's fans to get more into this. The lead down to 1. Remember, Limestone led by double figures for most of this first half. Smith got tangled up with one of the Limestone players on that rebound attempt. The Limestone guy was slow to get back, so that's why it looked like a 5-on-4. Smith knew the guy was coming behind him, up-faked him, and then stepped into a 3. Just calm and collected. Up top with Stewart, back into the game. Floater from the free throw line, good. Calming presence for that Limestone team. Guy who averages 21.5 points per game. Limestone leads by 3 with 2:40 to play in the first half. Pruitt on the low block gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2 free throws with Limestone over the limit. Called the blocking foul on Jerry Oliver. It's his first. Recapping some of the top scorers, you knew it was going to be a big game for the 2 key players for Limestone, both redshirt seniors, Sean Stewart and Shaq Dance, both averaging about 20 points per game. They both have 14 here in the first half to lead all scorers. Nigel Grant leading the Braves with 11. As Akia Pruitt rattles in the first free throw. It's 37-35 Limestone with 2:45 to go in the first half. The Saints, the 6th seed, the champions of Conference Carolinas. The Braves, the 3 seed in the regional, and the champions of the Peach Belt. Both free throws good for Akia Pruitt. It's a 1-point ball game as we wind down the final 2:40 of the first half. Across midcourt, Kenny Hairston takes it up for Limestone. Braves continue to be in a 2-3 zone on defense, trying to dare Limestone to shoot again from deep. And there's a foul down low. It goes on UNCP, and that's the 10th team foul on the Braves, called on Akia Pruitt, his second. So Nigel Grant will come to the scorer's table, check back in between free throws. At the line, shooting 2 for Limestone, Jerry Oliver. He's just 4 of 8 at the free throw line this year. A guy who doesn't play very much, appeared in just 16 of their first 31 games and averaged about 3 minutes per contest, and he can't connect on the first free throw. Off the right rim and bounces out. So Nigel Grant comes back into the game. The Braves post is in foul trouble. Check that, he only has 1 and it was a tech. So Akia Pruitt to the bench now with 2 personals. Second free throw on the way for Oliver to give the Saints a 2-point lead. It gets stuck on the rim, no good. And I'm not sure if that goes down as a jump ball. Braves get it, but they had the possession arrow. And it will be Braves ball. Bradley draws a reach-in foul 70 feet from the basket. They got Kenny Hairston for reach-in. Hairston called for the foul. It's his first. And now Alex Bradley to the line to try to give the Braves the lead. He's got 2 chances, 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. They go to the scorer's table. The Braves assistant coaches go to the scorer's table to try to figure out. That goes down as just a miss, so the possession arrow still favors UNCP. That ball getting stuck on the rim on a free throw does not count as a jump ball. Alex Bradley at the line to shoot 2. Braves down by 1 with 2:26 left in the first half. The first free throw good. Alex Bradley, a top 5 free throw shooter from the Peach Belt Conference, just a hair under 86%, and he drains the first. Now the officials checking at the scorer's table, and they will change the possession arrow. Second free throw for Bradley is good. Worry about that later right now. UNCP takes the lead, 38-37, 2:26 to go in the first half, and the fans getting back into it here, making that trip from Pembroke. Bradley, great defense on Hairston. nearly forced him to cough it up. He passes it away. Dance over to Stewart. Limestone looking a little rattled right now. Stewart pass to the corner. Here's Hairston, dribble up top, handoff for Dance. 10 on the shot clock for Limestone. One-on-one, Dance, pass to the left side. Tough catch made by Hairston with the shot clock at 5. Pass down low, baseline spin. Ball tied up. UNCP trying to rip it away from Jerry Oliver. And the shot clock is down to 2. Possession arrow favors Limestone. And in this case, the Braves pretty happy to see the possession arrow where it is. And now the officials need to talk about this. The question is whether on a free throw that gets stuck on the side of the rim, does that count as a miss or does it count as a jump ball? On a regular missed shot, the ball getting stuck on the side of the rim is a jump ball. And apparently a free throw is no different. Shot clock at 2, so Limestone needs to work quickly on this baseline out of bounds. They look down low, the ball was kicked. The ref didn't see it. It bounces out of bounds, last touch by Limestone. Ball kicked high up in the air off the foot of a Limestone player. They'll say it was unintentional, and the Braves forced the turnover. All's well that ends well for UNCP on that possession. 1:56 to go in the first half. Braves with the ball and a 1-point lead. What a battle. UNCP has really fought back from a slow start and weathered the storm of Limestone's excellent early shooting. Murray Boyles has the ball taken away up top. Dance with the steal coming the other way. Behind the back dribble. Euro step to the basket, lays it in, and Limestone back in front. Nice hands up top as the steal was made by Evans Moreau. That ended up with one of the more dynamic players. And now Grant with a quick touch on the low block, lays it in, the Braves back in front. Good feed to the low block by Quamaine Rose. Final 90 seconds of the first half. It's 40-39 UNCP. This should be an excellent finish if this keeps up. On the right side with Dance. Pick and roll. Pass lob to the left side. Stewart can't hang on to it. Goes through his fingers out of bounds. Limestone trying to screen a 2-3 zone. It didn't work. Braves ball, 1:17 left on the first half game clock. 40-39 the UNC Pembroke lead. Looking back at how Limestone took this early lead. There's a foul on the drive, and it's an offensive foul called on UNC Pembroke. Call it on Nigel Grant. It's his second, and Carson Mounts will come in and spell him. So Limestone led by 13 with 9:36 to go in the first half, and the Braves have come roaring back since then. Going on a 22-8 run to really come back in this game. Final minute of the first half. Saints ball trailing by a point. Dance, free throw line, jump shot, crawls around the rim, and good. And Limestone back in front. That's the problem with the 2-3 zone. If someone gets right to the free throw line past those top guards, there's a weak spot. Lob pass to Mounts on the left block, double team. Sends it back out for Smith. Left corner 3 off a pump fake, not this time. Rebound for Limestone. 40 seconds left in the first half. Saints ball with a 1-point lead. Taken across midcourt by Sean Stewart. Leading scorer in Conference Carolinas gets it over to Dance. Teammate floater, no good. And the rebound, Murray Boyles. That went all around the rim and then rimmed out. Shot clock turned off. Quamaine Rose, top of the key, 3-point attempt around the rim and out. Mike Smith, the offensive rebound for UNC Pembroke. Hands off for Bradley, and he'll call out for the last shot. 13 left in the first half. Braves down by a point. Hand off from Murray Boyles. Down to 7. Bradley off a screen, 3-point attempt, rattles out. Rebound Limestone. Ball comes loose with 1 left in the half, just beyond half court. 3-point attempt, no good by Stewart. And that takes us to the intermission. Halftime score, Limestone 41, UNCP 40. It's been a physical, chippy game, but the Braves, after trailing by double figures for much of the first half, bounced back, cooled off the red-hot Saints, and should be in a decent position here. The Braves have been a second-half team pretty much all year. They're down by just a point. 15 minutes on that halftime game clock. We'll step aside when we come back. Second half action from the opening round of the NCAA Tournament Southeast Regional. You're listening to UNC Pembroke men's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. Here we go, start of the second half at Queens University. We're at the Levine Center in Charlotte, North Carolina for the opening round of the Division II men's basketball tournament. Southeast Regional, the number 3 seed UNC Pembroke Braves trailed the number 6 seed Limestone 41-40. It's Braves ball to begin the second half. Bradley, Grant, Pruitt, Watts, and Rose starting 5 for UNC Pembroke. They feed Pruitt on the low block. He gets double teamed, lays it up and in anyway, and the Braves take a 42-41 lead. On the left block, Akia Pruitt just showing off his strength. The lanky freshman, listed at 6'7", 200 pounds. His first 2 points of the second half. He's got 6 in the game. Game high scorer right now is Shaq Dance of Limestone. He had 18 in the first half. Wild pick and roll. Errant pass stolen by Nigel Grant up the far side. Leaves it for Bradley. Transition 3 for the Braves. It's good. Alex Bradley from downtown. Braves 45, Saints 41. Limestone ball taking it back the other way. We're just 40 seconds into the second half now. UNCP with that 45-41 lead. Pick and roll action up top. Drive to the basket through a double team. Wild shot. Tip-in is there, though. On the miss by Stewart, it's tipped in by Jerry Oliver. And with 19:06 to go in the first half, Braves lead 45-43. Quamaine Rose takes it up, passes to the left side for Bradley. A great up fake. One dribble pull-up just inside the arc. Money. Alex Bradley has the last 5 points for the Braves, and the lead is 4. 18:50 to go in the second half. Braves 45, Limestone 47-43. On the right side, held up top. Limestone with the pass now to the left side. Here's Dance. Dance off a screen, takes it to the top of the key. Watts chasing him around. Dish goes back outside. Wide open 3 for Moreau, too strong. And Limestone has missed its last 6 3-point attempts after starting 5 for 5. On the fight for the rebound, a foul called on UNCP's Alex Bradley. It's his second, team's first of the second half. Change now for the Saints as Kenny Hairston checks in and replaces Teron Wallace. Braves staying in that 2-3 zone that really caused problems for Limestone near the end of that first half. Quick inbounds pass, lower the shoulder, drive, and a wild shot, no good. On the miss by Jerry Oliver, Braves rebound coming the other way. 18:23 to go, second half. Braves up by 4. Lob pass down low. Grant up with the righty hook. Missed it, and it's rebounded by Limestone. Grant needs to be careful about lowering the shoulder there. Almost got called for his 3rd personal. Watts already has 3, but he's in the game still for UNCP. Nobody on the floor for Limestone in foul trouble, and there's a deep 3 from Shaq Dance with a hand in his face. Brings the Saints to within 1. 21 points in the game for Shaq Dance. Averaging about 20 points per game on the year. He was a step beyond the arc that time. 17:50 to go in the second half. Watts right to the basket, fouled as he goes up. Missed it, had a great look at a potential 3-point play. Just never really got the handle on the ball after he was whacked by Jerry Oliver. Foul called on Oliver, that is his 3rd. He becomes the second Saints player to have 3 personal fouls. Makumba Kane also has 3. Haven't seen him in the second half yet. Brandon Watts at the free throw line. Can't connect on the first free throw. That was all around the rim before it rolled out. Change now for Limestone. Donovan Harris replaces Walter Cole. Braves still have the starting backcourt of Rose, Bradley, and Watts, and the starting forward pair of Grant and Pruitt. Second free throw for Watts is up and good, and the Braves take a 2-point lead. 48-46, 17:50 to go in the second half. And a little token full court pressure here from UNC Pembroke. Saints with a couple passes, break it across midcourt without much of a problem. 2-3 zone defensively for UNCP as the Saints go from right to left across the hardwood at the Levine Center in Charlotte. Up top with it, Stewart swings it to the left side. Here's Dance. Pick and roll, sends it over to Stewart. Good up fake, pass to the corner. Open 3-point attempt. Hairston knocks it in. Swishes in a 3, and Limestone takes a 1-point lead. 49-48 Limestone, 17:20 to go in the ball game. Rose looking for the response. He can't connect on the 3. Offensive rebound, Grant lays it back up. He's fouled, missed it, and he will shoot 2 free throws. Call the foul on number 42, Donovan Harris. That is his 3rd. 17:17 to go in the second half, and it will be 2 free throws for Nigel Grant. Nigel Grant on the season, a 78% free throw shooter. Redshirt junior forward from the Bronx, transferred from Polk State, a junior college in Florida. This is his first year of playing in a Braves uniform, and it looks like we'll have to stop as Donovan Harris of Limestone got hit in the nose. He is pulling his jersey up over his face, and he'll be subbed out. Jerry Oliver right back in for the Saints. Braves down by a point, 17-17 to go in the second half. First free throw for Grant is no good. That would have tied it. Now he'll be looking to tie it on the second free throw. Free throw shooting in the first half for UNCP was pretty solid. In the game now, they are 14 of 19. Second free throw on the way for Nigel Grant is up, and it is no good. So the Braves come up empty that trip, still trail by a point. Limestone ball up the far sideline. 17-10 to play in this one. It's a 49-48 Saints lead. On the left side with Dance. Dance passes it back over to the other star player, Stewart. They're the only two players for the Saints who average double figures. Leaps in the air, leaves a pass down low. Missed dunk by Oliver, but he was fouled. Not a lot of contact there. They'll call the foul on Akia Pruitt. That's his third. Boy, Oliver elevated there on a nifty pass from Sean Stewart. Jumped up like he was going to shoot the three. Zipped a pass to the low block. And Oliver looked like he was expecting it. The Braves defense, however, was not. Third personal on Akia Pruitt. He will most likely spend some time on the bench as James Murray Boyles comes to check in. 16:58 to play in this one. Saints 49, Braves 48. 2 free throws for Jerry Oliver, who is not a great free throw shooter, but he connects on the first free throw. Oliver in the game, 0 for 2 at the line, and shooting just 40% on the season, but does connect there to give the Saints a 2-point cushion. 3 minutes in the books here in half number 2. Limestone led by double figures for much of the first half. Braves got it down to 1 at halftime. Second free throw, no good. Braves ball down by 2. Bradley with the burst of speed to the basket as his shot blocked. It bounces off of Alex Bradley on the great defensive effort by Kenny Hairston. He knew it too, grinning as he pointed the other way to indicate to the ref that it should be Limestone ball, and in that case he was correct. Full court press now from UNCP. They'll bring the 3 guards, Rose, Watts, and Bradley into the backcourt. And now it's a man-to-man, and Limestone able to lob it to the front court and break the press without too much of a problem. Just trying to slow down the Saints' attack as Stewart goes off a pick and roll, passes to the left side for Dance. Another pick, back over to Stewart on the right side. He fires for 3, knocks it in. Sean Stewart with a hand in his face gives the Saints a 53-48 lead. 17 points in the game now for Stewart. Braves quickly the other way. Grant, pull-up jump shot from 12, rattles it in. Nigel Grant on the feed from Alex Bradley. The Braves trail by 3. 16:15 to go in the second half. It's 53-50 Limestone as Dance takes it across half court with the left-hand dribble. Saints going from right to left across the hardwood here. Dribbles to top. Now the pass back to the top of the key. Thought about the 3, pass going over to the left wing. Free throw line extended. Held by Hairston. Hairston guarded by Rose, hands it off for Stewart, who's guarded by Bradley. Shot clock down to 5. Stewart, crossover, steps into another 3. Got it. Sean Stewart leaves 3 fingers in the air as he runs back on defense. 20 in the game for Sean Stewart. It's a 56-50 Limestone lead. Rose a step back 3, looking for the response. Left it short, rebound, punched back out. It bounces beyond half court, rolls all the way out of bounds. Last touch by UNCP as Grant tried to punch it out. Limestone starting to shoot well once again after they shot the lights out to start the first half. The lead, 56-50 for the Saints, as 41 of their 56 points have come from Shaq Dance and Sean Stewart. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. It's a 6-point Limestone lead. Limestone ball from the sideline out of bounds. 56-50, the Saints lead with 15:37 to go in the second half. On the Braves Broadcast Network, I'm Cameron Songer. Thanks for joining us for the opening round of the NCAA tournament here in Charlotte. Saints able to break some early pressure. Now UNCP in a man-to-man defense. Up top, the Saints swing it towards the right side, now down to the low block with Oliver. Oliver driving on Smith, spins, took too many steps, he traveled. Missed the shot anyway, but really slid the pivot foot there. Tried to up fake to the left, spin right, just doing a little too much. Jerry Oliver not quite comfortable on the low block. Not a guy who plays a lot usually for Limestone, but against this large Braves front line, Coach Brandon Scott is calling on him to do a little bit more. Mike Smith into the game out there with Rose and Murray Boyles. Drive to the rim. Smith missed the layup. He goes down to the floor. Thought he was fouled. Doesn't get the call. Saints running the other way. Dish to the corner. Open. Transition three from the wing. Hairston knocks it in. Kenny Hairston was wide open when he pulled the trigger there, and he is a 41% three-point shooter. Gives Limestone a 9-point lead. Drive to the basket. Watts, he gets fouled. And call that blocking foul on Shaq Dance. It's just his second. Baseline out of bounds for UNCP. How about this? Brandon Watts has not taken a field goal in this game. He's 3 of 4 from the line, has not taken a shot in his 18 minutes of play, has just 3 points. Inbounds it to Murray Boyles, who catches in the right corner. Back outside for Grant at the free throw line. Grant gets to work, sends it over to Rose. Rose down the right side of the lane. Fall away layup. That's a tough shot, and he somehow gets it to go in. That shot made 2 trips around the rim and then decided to fall. Lucky bounce for Quamaine Rose. 7 points in the game for the Braves' sixth-year senior, as UNCP trails 59-52 with 14:30 to play. Limestone slows it down. Now Dance off a screen. Sends it to the left wing. On the patch, it's Hairston. Hairston at the waist. Throws it to the middle. Driving to the lane. Underhand scoop, no good by Stewart. Rebound UNC Pembroke. Here's Rose weaving through the defense. Throws it down low for Grant. Grant on the right block. Hops to the middle. Lays it up with the left hand. No good. Too strong, the rebound by Limestone. Trying to fight for that offensive rebound. The Saints able to clear the board. Here's Stewart up the far wing. Slows it down, waits for his teammates to rejoin the play. Guarded one-on-one by Brandon Watts. Here's Sean Stewart. Just wants to go mano-a-mano. Stewart, hesitation, crossover down the right side of the lane. Puts up the layup, banks it in. Put Brandon Watts on his hip and did the rest of the work. Sean Stewart now leads all scorers. He's got 22 points. Limestone leads 61-52. Great position down low for Grant. He draws a foul, missed the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. 13:43 to play in the second half. UNCP trailing Limestone 61-52. And here's Nigel Grant back to the free throw line, where he is 3 of 6 at the line in this game. That's the 4th personal foul on Jerry Oliver, so presumably he will come out of the game. But I don't see any Limestone players going to the scorers table. Nigel Grant at the line, trying to cut into a 9-point deficit. The first free throw, nothing but net. 16 points for Nigel Grant to lead the Braves. Bradley has 10. They're the only 2 Braves in double figures. For Limestone, they have 3 players in double figures, and the rest of the team is combined for 5 points. 22 for Stewart, 21 for Dance, 13 for Hairston, mostly coming on threes. And then Kane with 2, Oliver with 3. That's it. That's all 61 points for Limestone. Braves with a lot more players figuring into the scoring as Grant drains both free throws. He will come out. Carson Mounts checks in for the black and gold. Bradley has 10. Grant with 16. Pruitt with 6. Rose with 7. Watts with 3. Murray Boyles with 5. And Smith with 6. The scoring for UNC Pembroke. 13:35 to play in this one. UNCP trails by 7. It's Limestone ball as it's walked up by Shaq Dance. Pass to the left corner. Here's Stewart. Thought about the 3, gives it back over to Dance. They play back and forth. Shot by Stewart. Good. Leaves the hand up. Another 3-point make for Stewart. He's got 25 now, and the Braves trail by 10 with 13:15 to go. Rose down the middle of the lane. Dish out for Mounts. Open jump shot from 10. Left it short. Rebound. Limestone as Stewart fights forward and wins it. Pass up the floor. Dance. Pass was behind him. He's able to get to it. Dance back to Stewart up top. Stewart sets his feet. Fires a 3. Knocks it home. 67-54 Limestone, and UNCP coach Ben Miller calls a timeout. Unconscious shooting here from Limestone to start both halves, and their lead back up to 13. 13 minutes to play in this one, and the Saints looking for an upset, the 6th seed, looking to stun the 3 seed in today's first game of the Southeast Regional. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network. The Limestone College Saints are tearing the nets up here in the second half. 6 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first 7 minutes of the second half to give Limestone a 67-54 lead with 13 minutes to go here in Charlotte. Braves out there with Pruitt, Bradley, Smith, Watts, and Grant. Limestone in a 2-3 zone. Now they look to change it up. So they man up out of that 2-3 zone, just giving the Braves a different look. Smith on the right side with it for UNCP. Pass back up top, Pruitt. Over the left side, Bradley. Bradley throws it down low to Grant. Back up top, Watts fires for 3. Left it short. Defensive rebound, Limestone. And there's a foul. Makumba Kane came in, grabbed the rebound. Looked like Alex Bradley. No, it was Mike Smith who came up and hit him in the face. Just an accident, and it's the third team foul on UNCP. Second personal on Mike Smith. Full court pressure from UNCP. It worked for a little while in the first half. Let's see if it works again. Up the far side, here's Stewart. Stewart crosses midcourt, looks for a pass. It's tipped and recovered by Limestone. Back to Stewart, and UNCP has the Saints down to just 16 to shoot now. 12.5 minutes to play in this one. Saints lead is 13. One-on-one, Hairston passes to the right side, gives it to Moreau. Up top now with Dance, guarded by Smith. Dance turns the corner, going with the right hand, up with the righty, layup, rattles it in. Shaq Dance cannot be stopped. He's got 23. His teammate Sean Stewart can't be stopped. He's got 28. And the Saints lead by 15. Largest lead of the game for either team. 12:05 to play in this one. 69-54 Limestone. Bradley up top, guarded by Hairston. Picked up his dribble, throws it up top for Watts. Watts down the left side of the lane. UNCP needs this bucket. He banks it in. First field goal of the day for Brandon Watts. The Braves trail by 13 with under 12 to go. Limestone with the basketball and a 69-56 lead. Weaving through the defense, Hairston, he takes it into the front court. They work it to the left side for Dance, who's been unconscious here today. Dance holds it above his head, zips it up top. Now they hand it off to Stewart, who's also been hot. Stewart holding at the waist. Behind the back dribble to try to get past Bradley. Into the lane, puts up the floater, can't get it over Pruitt, and the shot missed, no good. Braves rebound. Watts, a head-up dribble in transition. Watts, knifing to the basket, puts up the tough layup off the back rim and out rebound Limestone. Looking for a foul call, it didn't materialize. Limestone can slow the ball down once again. 11:13 to go in the ball game. Saints lead 69-56. Pass to the right side, it goes to Kane. Kane tries to drive on Grant. They'll call the blocking foul on UNCP's big man. That's his third personal. Timeout on the floor with 11:08 remaining in the ball game. Limestone 69, UNCP 56. Keep it here on the Braves Broadcast Network. More NCAA tournament coverage coming your way next. $11:08 to go in the second half. Limestone, the 6th seed in the Southeast region, leading the number 3 seed UNC Pembroke by a 69-56 score. I'm Cameron Song on the Braves Broadcast Network. And Limestone, well, they've shot the ball very well. They're shooting 67% from long range, 58% in general. But the difference has been the rebounding. The Saints with 10 more rebounds than UNCP, 29-19, and the Braves used to out-rebounding their opponents by about 8 boards per game. It's been the complete opposite today. Limestone really getting after it on the glass. Saints ball is UNCP in a 2-3 zone on defense. Under 11 minutes to go now to the free throw line. The dish goes back outside. Long 2-point jump shot, good by Justin Holloman, a guy who doesn't play very much. The senior from Decatur, Georgia, gives the Saints a 15-point lead. He's a transfer from Queens, started his collegiate career in this gym. Now Watts, a step-back 3. The Braves need it. Watts delivers. 71-59 Limestone, 10.5 to play. Brandon Watts starting to pick up his play. He's got 8 points. Didn't take a field goal in that first half. He's now 2 of 4 from the field, including 1 of 2 from long range. Limestone dribbling the ball, just waiting up top. Now Dance driving right on Watts. Puts it up with the right hand, driving to his left, and somehow gets it to go in. Shaq Dance with 25 points. Limestone's lead 73-59. Bradley keeps the dribble alive right in front of the Braves bench. Dribbles up top. Now pass to the far side. Gets a handoff back from Watts. Now Watts with a head of steam up top. Down the right side of the lane. Puts up a floater. Left it short. Rebound Dance. Watts might have gotten away with a push-off there. Limestone still gets the stop. Under 10 minutes to play. It's a 14-point Saints lead. 2-3 zone defensively for UNCP. Up top with it, it's Hairston. Throws it to the right side for his teammate. Now back to Stewart. Stewart getting to the basket. Puts up the righty layup. Blocked by Pruitt. They'll call a foul. And Stewart a little slow to get up. Helped up by a teammate. And that is the fourth personal foul on Akia Pruitt. The Braves freshman big going for a block. He's a great shot blocker. Just came up with all arm that time. Heard the slap from here. And Sean Stewart, an excellent free throw shooter at 80%, will get a chip to the charity stripe. He's 2 of 4 at the line here today. First free throw for Stewart, good. So he's been a little chilly at the line here in this ball game, but he's up to 29 points now on the day. Sean Stewart, 10 of 17 from the floor, 6 of 8 from long range. Also has 4 assists versus 3 turnovers. Makes both free throws to give him 30 for the game. His teammate Shaq Dance has 25. Those two almost single-handedly beating UNCP today. Limestone with a 75-59 lead with 9.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Murray Boyles at the free throw line. Up fake, can't go anywhere with it. Pass down low for Grant. Grant, power dribble, puts up the layup, missed it, but he was fouled, and he will shoot 2 more free throws. Nigel Grant just getting to the line over and over again. Now some more chippiness as the players all converge. We had a fight earlier in the game. Some pushing and shoving, 3 technical fouls assessed, and these teams need to be careful. Officials will not let any more of this stuff go. No more funny business. And that foul called on Limestone's number 3, Justin Holloman. It's his second. 5th team foul. So 5 team fouls each way, each team with 2 timeouts remaining. And here's Nigel Grant at the line for UNCP. 9:29 to play. Braves trailing Limestone 75-59. Nigel Grant today, 17 points to lead the Braves, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. These will be his 9th and 10th free throw attempts of the ball game. First one is good. Pure on that free throw. Nothing but net. And the Braves trail by 15. One more free throw for the Braves junior forward. On the floor for UNCP, it's Rose, Bradley, Watts, Murray Boyles, and Grant. And the second free throw for Grant is also good. 75-61 now the Limestone lead. And here's a full court press from UNC Pembroke. Inbounds pass goes to the corner. Hairston tries to advance it forward. He's met by Bradley. Hesitation move. Breaks the timeline with 2 seconds to spare. Now Bradley right up on him. Handoff goes to Dance near the half-court stripe. His heel's just a foot away from midcourt. Holds at the waist, guarded by Kumain Rose as the Braves extending that defense all the way to half-court. Here's Dance. Pass to the left corner. Open three-point attempt. Holloman knocks it in. Everybody getting in on the three-point shooting for Limestone. That's just the 6th three-point attempt of the year for Justin Holloman. He's 5 of 6. Contact under the basket. Nigel Grant jockeying for position. Looks like that foul goes against Limestone. Justin Holloman called for the foul. It's his 3rd and the 6th team foul on Limestone. Saints with a game-high 17-point lead. And it just looks like they're not going to miss too many more three-pointers here today. 13 of 19 from behind the arc. That is unusually good for any team. But at this level, teams are going to be good. There are no bad teams left in the field of 64 still playing in Division II. Grant on the drive. There's a whistle and an offensive foul call. Looked like Brandon Watts set an illegal screen. Foul called on Watts. It's his 4th, and things getting dire now for UNCP. 8:50 to go. Akia Pruitt heading over to the scorer's table, and so will Mike Smith. Nigel Grant will get a breather, and so will Brandon Watts. So Pruitt back into the game with those 4 fouls. Mike Smith checks in as well for UNCP. He's got just 2 fouls. Both teams at 6 team fouls with the final 8:50 showing on the clock in the second half. 78-61 the Limestone lead. Full court press from UNC Pembroke. Goes to Hairston. We'll have to see what the Braves have left in the tank. Hairston crosses midcourt, hands off for Dance. Dance picked up by Rose. Dance going mano-a-mano with the left hand, dish out to the corner. Here's a hesitation move for Holloman. Holloman picks up his dribble, gives it back to Dance. Sets a screen now, 10 on the shot clock for Limestone. 8:30 to go. Dance, double pump layup, off the rim and no good. A rare miss for him. Here's Rose up the floor for UNC Pembroke. Transition three with a hand in his face. Back rim and out. Offensive rebound, Pruitt. He goes down hard. Slithering around the box out, Pruitt pops right back up. It looked like he landed squarely on his left elbow. They'll call the foul on Limestone number 11. That's Kenny Hairston. It's his second, and Kia Pruitt will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1 for UNC Pembroke. Change now for Limestone as Justin Holloman will go to the bench, replaced by Evans Moreau. So Akia Pruitt, a 61% free throw shooter, the freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at the line with the Braves down by 17. 8:19 to play. 1-on-1 situation for Akia Pruitt. His first free throw up, and it's nothing but net. Pruitt with 7 points this afternoon. Averages 11.3 points per game and 8.5 rebounds. Also 2 blocks per contest. The freshman was the Peach Belt Conference Tournament most valuable player, and he makes both free throws here when the Braves need every point they can get. 78-63 the Limestone lead. 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Breaking the press with a long pass to the basket. Dance up with a two-handed flush. Oh my goodness, he put it right on Akia Pruitt's face. Braves looking to push. Transition three. Bradley off a long inbounds. No. Pruitt goes up for the rebound. He was pushed from behind. They'll call the foul on number 23, Makumba Kane. Akia Pruitt had to be careful on defense there as he has 4 fouls. Kane called for his 4th personal, and Akia Pruitt will go to the line and shoot I believe 2 shots. I believe they'll say that was in the act of shooting. Maybe it was a 1-and-1. We'll find out. 8th team foul on the Saints, but Limestone playing with all the momentum right now. And teams were going to the bench. I thought there was a timeout call. There's still 8:03 remaining, so it's not the media yet. It would have been the media if someone had called a timeout, but no one called the timeout. So no timeout. Akia Pruitt will shoot these free throws. 30 points in the game for Sean Stewart for Limestone. 27 for Shaq Dance. None more impressive than that two-handed tomahawk flush. And here is a 1-and-1 for Akia Pruitt. They'll say that was not in the act of shooting. It was in the act of rebounding. Front end of the 1-and-1, Pruitt knocks it in, so he'll get a second one either way. 80-64, the Limestone lead, 8:03 remaining. And the Braves will need something special here the rest of the way. Quick stoppage as they will mop up a wet spot in the middle of the paint. Here at Queens University of Charlotte, the number 1 seed in today's Southeast Regional first round. There'll be 4 games here today to get us down to 4 teams remaining. 2 games tomorrow, and then the championship game on Tuesday night. Second free throw, Pruitt, also good. So he's made his last 4 free throws, up to 10 points in the game now. But the Braves trail by 15 with just over 8 minutes remaining. Braves trapping in the full court. Dance going 2-on-1, getting to the rim, lays it up and in around Pruitt. Needs to be careful with 4 fouls. He's the back line defense for UNCP as they're bringing 4 players up to trap. And Limestone's broken it now consecutively. Back-to-back trips. A foul away from the ball called on Justin Holloman of Limestone. UNCP will shoot free throws when we come back. But the Braves trail 82-65 with 7:49 remaining. It'll be a 1-and-1 for UNC Pembroke when we come back. You're listening to UNC Pembroke men's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. Stay tuned. Seven minutes, 49 seconds left in the second half. of this opening round game in the Southeast Regional NCAA Division II men's basketball tournament. The 3-seed UNC Pembroke trailing Limestone 82-66 after that first free throw good by Akia Pruitt. The Saints, the 6-seed, champions of Conference Carolinas. The Braves, the 3-seed, champions of the Peach Belt Conference. Here's one more free throw for Akia Pruitt, and he crawls it over the front rim and down. So Pruitt with 6 straight free throw makes. He's got 11 points now for UNCP. Inbounds pass by Limestone. Full court press UNCP. Watts nearly gets a steal. Dance comes away with the ball. Now the Saints lob it into the front court. They'll slow it down. Pass up top. Caught in the jump ball circle. The handoff goes back to Shaq Dance. He's got 29. His teammate Sean Stewart has 30. Drive to the rim. Dance lays it up with the left hand. Now he's got 31. Those two have been unstoppable today for Limestone, combining for 61 points. They average each around 20 to 22 points per game. Watts driving to the basket. They call the offensive foul as Watts pushed off, and he's fouled out of the game. Brandon Watts is fouled out with 8 points, and UNCP will go the rest of the way without its third-team all-conference selection. Nigel Grant ready to check in for UNCP. And the Braves go big. So it's Murray Boyles, Rose, Bradley, Pruitt, and Grant. Braves trailing Limestone 84-67. Brandon Watts, a junior guard, will be back for a senior campaign, but all things looking like this will be the end of the road for UNCP this year. Change for Limestone as Makumba Kane checks in and replaces Justin Holloman. And for the rest of this game is going to be about ball control, taking care of the ball for Limestone. If they can avoid turnovers, the clock is their friend. 7:15 remaining. It's Limestone up by 17 over UNCP as the Saints have shot the lights out here in the ballgame. 62% from the floor, 68% from deep. They're out-rebounding the Braves by a +8 margin, and there's just been not much the Braves can do here in this one. Braves with 3 fewer turnovers, but UNCP's shooting has been pretty cold, 38% from the floor. Dance going one-on-one on Pruitt, too strong on the layup. Rebound Grant. Here comes UNC Pembroke. Here's Rose up the middle of the floor with the right hand. Braves look to push. Pass looking down low. Grant fouled before he can make that catch, and it will be 2 free throws for Nigel Grant. That's the 5th personal foul on Makumba Kane. Some more words being exchanged as the chippiness continues for both teams. Back into the game for Limestone, number 3, Justin Holloman. 6:43 remaining. Braves trailing 84-67. 2 free throws on the way for Nigel Grant. Grant in this game, 7 of 10 at the free throw line. Teammate Akia Pruitt is 10 for 10. The Braves have gotten to the free throw line 18 more times than Limestone and have converted on 24 of 30, now 25 of 31. Meanwhile, Limestone 7 of 12. Free throw is about the only thing that's going the Braves' way in this game. 6:43 to go. Nigel Grant up to 20 points now to pace the Braves. His second free throw is up, and it is also good. So the Braves trail by 15 with 6:43 remaining. Full court pressure once again. UNCP trying to pull out all the stops and get a turnover. Trapped. The Saints able to get out of it. And here comes Moreau. Up to the middle of the floor. Hairston across the timeline. 6:30 to go. Limestone has the opportunity to take some time off the clock. Combined 61 points today for the 2 top scorers for Limestone, Stewart and Dance. 31 and 30 respectively. Hesitation move. Lost the ball going up as Stewart had it poked away. Pruitt comes away with the ball. Braves charging into the front court. Stewart had the ball taken away. Here comes Hairston. Uncontested. He goes up with the layup. Thought about a dunk. Hairston maybe doesn't have that in the arsenal just yet. The sophomore gives the Saints a 17-point edge. Bradley on the left side. Bradley up top for Murray Boyles. One dribble back over to Bradley. Dials long distance and connects. Timeout UNCP. Ben Miller sees that shot go in. 5:55 remaining. First called timeout of the second half. We will take it with them. Under 6 to go. The Saints in great position, but the Braves will mount one last charge. 86-72 the Limestone lead. We'll be right back. 5:55 remaining in the game. UNCP trailing Limestone 86-72, and full court pressure for UNCP comes up empty. So the Saints break it and come into the half court where they can run some clock. UNCP out there with Bradley, Murray Boyles, Pruitt, Grant, and Rose after Brandon Watts has fouled out. Limestone with that motion offense, they take the shot clock down to 10. Up top with Shaq Dance, guarded by Quamaine Rose. Both teams over the foul limit. Here's Dance with a crossover, dish out to the left side. Three-point attempt, Moreau, not this time. Rebound, Murray Boyles. 5:20 to play. Braves down by 14. They need some buckets. Bradley, a deep three off the pass by Rose, no good. Rebound, Limestone. All around the rim, and out that time, Alex Bradley was 2 steps behind the arc on the far wing. So Limestone takes it into the half court, where they'll pound it into the hardwood some more. Hairston up top, where he just holds in the jump ball circle. 15 to shoot. 5 minutes to go. Limestone up by 14. On the right side, pick and roll. Up top with Stewart. Stewart across the lane, gets bumped. Let's see who they call this on. Either way, it's the 10th team foul on UNCP, and that's also the 4th personal on Nigel Grant. 2 free throws coming up for Sean Stewart, Conference Carolina's leading scorer and a first-team all-conference selection. He's an 80% foul shooter who's having an excellent day on one of the game's biggest stages. Mike Smith checks in for UNCP. He'll replace James Murray Boyles. Check that. It's just the 8th team foul on UNCP. And so both teams will make changes before the front end of this 1-and-1. Donovan Harris checks in for Limestone and replaces Justin Holloman. 86-72 the Limestone lead. 4:56 to play. Sean Stewart, redshirt senior guard for Limestone at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Good. He has been terrific today. 31 points, 10 of 18 from the floor, 6 of 8 from long range, 4 assists as he's no good on the second free throw. 15-point lead with under 5 to go. The Braves in some serious trouble. 2-3 zone defensively for Limestone. Now they man up out of it to the left side with Smith. Smith throws it down low for Pruitt. Pruitt holds it above his head, gets to work on a much smaller defender, and draws a foul. Reach-in foul called on Evans Moreau, and Moreau is called for his second. Well, Pruitt is 4 inches taller than his man there, and he will go back to the free throw line where he has been perfect today. 10 of 10 for the Braves freshman, and UNCP is a team 26 of 32 at the charity stripe. First of 2 free throws, short rim, no good by Akia Pruitt. 4:43 to play. Braves trailing by 15. They need every point and every stop they can possibly get. One more free throw for Akia Pruitt. Freshman from R.J. Reynolds High School in Winston-Salem makes the second, and now UNCP will make a change as James Murray Boyles checks in and replaces Mike Smith. So it's a 14-point Limestone lead with 4:43 to go. Full court pressure by UNCP. Inbounds, and the Braves try to trap it. Limestone just savvy. They're able to work through it and cross midcourt. Stewart gets double teamed, passes it off to the left side. Hairston thought about the 3, will not take it. Braves have forced 12 turnovers while committing 10. UNCP now with the double team, back up top. Stewart slips on a wet spot on the floor, dishes it off to Dance. Shot clock down to 10. Dance back outside, gives it over to Stewart. Stewart sizing up on Murray Boyles. Down the right side of the lane, off balance layup, left it short as he slides to the floor. Braves the numbers the other way. 5-on-4, Rose leaves it for Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles down the left side of the lane. He lost the ball as it slips through his fingertips. Limestone gets a steal. They'll take this under 4 minutes to play. 14-point Saints lead as the clock ticks now. 4 minutes to go. Dance, pass to the left side. Gets it to Moreau, who takes it back up top. Lobs it over for Dance on the left wing. Dials long distance. Can't connect. Rebound, Grant. Here come the Braves. No numbers the other way. Here's Bradley up the left wing. Bradley, bounce pass to Grant. Charging to the rim with a double pump layup. Lays it in. Nigel Grant with a head of steam. Gets the layup. 23 points in the game for Nigel Grant. Braves trying to pressure again. A long pass as Limestone breaks it. 12-point Saints lead. 3:30 to go. 87-75. Limestone just holding right across half court. Shot clock at 11. Here's Hairston with it up top. Guarded by Murray Boyles. Down the left side of the lane. Bounce pass under the basket. Ball poked away. It's recovered by Limestone. Jump shot with 2 on the shot clock. Rattles out. Pruitt rebounds. Braves can take this down to single digits with a 3 here. Here's Rose. Rose. Over to the right side, Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles back outside for Rose. A deep 3 with a hand in his face. Front rim, no good. Grant gets his hand on the rebound, tips it out. It goes out. Last touch by UNCP. 2:55 to go. The Braves needed a bucket on that trip. Timeout on the floor with under 3 minutes to go. Limestone ball when we come back. They have an 87-75 lead. Keep it locked. Final 2 minutes and 55 seconds of somebody's season unless this game goes overtime. Limestone, the 6th seed, leading 3rd-seeded UNC Pembroke 87-75 here in the second half. Braves and Saints both in foul trouble. Lots of fouls, both teams over the limit. Full court pressure by UNCP. The Saints with a couple nifty bounce passes able to break it. Across midcourt, Stewart gets double team, leaves it over for Dance, and a pass to the right side. Braves looking to trap again. Back up top, inside the half-court circle. Stewart sends it to Dance, gets it back. Now Stewart catches and holds. 2:30 to go in the second half. Shot clock down to 10. Limestone ball with a 12-point lead. Deep three off the bounce. Hairston barely draws iron. Rebound UNCP. Grant pushes up the front court himself. Grant down the right side of the lane with the Euro step offensive foul. Nigel Grant using the offhand to push off. That's his 4th, and it'll be Limestone ball. .2:22 to play. Check that. That is the 5th on Nigel Grant. The scoreboard was showing just 3, but it was actually 4, and Nigel Grant is just fouled out of this game. Well, how about that? The live stats were showing 4, and the scoreboard was showing 3. So it's 87-75 Limestone, 2:22 to go. Grant and Watts, the Braves' top 2 scorers, have both fouled out of this game. Now a timeout on the floor to be taken by Limestone, just a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it here. Running through the stats of this game, importantly the scoreboard, Limestone 87, UNCP 75, but how they got there, getting to the glass, rebounding edge that was double figures for a while for Limestone, just because they weren't really missing a lot of shots on the offensive end. Now it's pretty close. Limestone with 32 boards to UNCP's 30. The difference has been the shooting. Limestone 55% from the floor, UNC Pembroke 39%, and beyond the arc has been ridiculous for the Saints. 13 of 22, that's 59%, while the Braves have never really got going. 8 of 20, that's 40%. Braves have taken 20 additional free throws and made 19 of them. It just hasn't made a difference. Limestone has just shot the ball so well in this game. They've taken pretty good care of the ball. Both teams have turned it over 12 times, but Limestone has really weathered this Braves press very well and not turned it over when the Braves have pressed here in the second half. After committing a few turnovers in the first half against the press, Limestone breaks the press. They can take the clock under 2 minutes. Back across half court, they get it to Hairston. Hairston to Dance, the Braves double team. Hairston catches, lobs to the right side for Stewart. 2:05 to go, shot clock at 15. Stewart on a back cut, puts up the bank shot, lays it in. That might just do it. 89-75 with 2 minutes to go. The Braves need a bucket load of threes. Here's Smith with a 3-point attempt. Around the rim and out. Rebound Limestone. Taken by number 11, Kenny Hairston. And the Braves pressing again in the full court. No fouls to give. Across half court. It goes to Moreau. Down the middle of the lane, Stewart with the right-hand layup banks it in. He's got 34 points. And that should do it. 91-75 with just over 90 seconds to go. Braves will see their season come to an end here this afternoon in Charlotte. Down low with Pruitt along the baseline. The reverse layup goes, and a timeout taken by UNCP. That's Ben Miller's last timeout. 1:26 to go in the second half. 91-77 Limestone. The small Saints contingent, traveling party for Limestone, they can smell it, and a lot of black and gold fans will make the drive back to Pembroke disappointed. Full timeout will take it as well. 1:26 left in the Braves season, trailing 91-77 against Limestone. A minute 26 to go in the first round game of the NCAA Tournament Southeast Regional Division II men's basketball tournament between the 3-seed UNC Pembroke Braves and the 6-seed Limestone Saints. And it's the Saints with a 91-77 lead as we come down the home stretch. Minute 26 to go, full court press from UNCP. Nearly throwing it out of bounds, Limestone trying to break that press. Braves don't have any fouls to give, and Limestone does take it across half court with Hairston. Hairston with a long pass, it's caught by Moreau. And the Saints can take this under a minute now. Murray Boyles gives a foul as Moreau will go to the free throw line. He's not a great free throw shooter, but he will shoot two, as that's the 10th team foul on UNCP. Limestone 26-5 this year, Braves 24-7. Winner of this game will take on the winner of our next game, which is Lincoln Memorial versus Pfeiffer. They'll tip off at about 2:30. Both teams waiting in the wings, getting some perhaps advanced scouting in. At the line, shooting two for Limestone, Evans Moreau, and he can't connect on the first. Change for UNCP. Micah Kinsey goes to the bench. Mike Smith comes in, and the Braves just looking for three-point buckets. They don't have any more timeouts to use. Limestone with one timeout remaining. 1:09 to go. 91-77 the Saints lead. The hot shooting Saints looking for the opening round upset. One more free throw here for Moreau, just a 60% free throw shooter on the year. He does capitalize on the second, and it's a 15-point lead. Murray Boyles rolls it to Rose, who will pick it up beyond half court. And pass to the left side, Bradley off a screen. Catch and shoot, three, good. Alex Bradley for three. Full court press by UNCP. Limestone with a bad pass, stolen by Rose. The floater in the lane, around the rim, and it drops. UNCP gets a steal and lays it in. Now it's a Limestone lead still. Foul on the play, and they put those points up on the wrong side. It should be 92-80. Or 92-82, excuse me. So the Braves commit a foul on the inbounds as they figure out what the score should be. They put up the Alex Bradley three for the wrong team. That's a pretty easy fix. 82-92. And there it is. The scoreboard corrected now. 92-82 Limestone. And at the line, shooting two for the Saints, Sean Stewart. 57.3 seconds left. And now another whistle. I'm not sure what this is for. And that was the fifth foul on somebody. I believe they called that on Akia Pruitt.
What number? 3. He doesn't have 5.
So they're trying to figure out who this foul is on. Alex Bradley is at 2 personal fouls. They'll say he just fouled out of the game. Unless the live stats are wrong. I don't know. They're trying to figure this out. There's been plenty of issues here, the opening round game. It hasn't been perfect. Both teams have been chippy and really challenging the officials. But these are some of the best, and they've done a very good job of what's obviously an emotional game. Somebody's season will come to an end here. And it looks like they will get that squared away, and Alex Bradley is allowed to stay in the game. But Kinsey is checked in. No, so Alex Bradley doesn't have 5 fouls. And Micah Kinsey will come back to the bench. Alex Bradley stays in. 57.3 seconds left. It shouldn't matter all that much at this point. As long as Limestone makes some free throws, this game will be over. But you never know. At the line, Sean Stewart. He's a very good free throw shooter, and he's good on the first. 93-82 Limestone. We've had some scoring problems. We've had a couple things that were just odd situations and needed to be ironed out. Heck, we saw a ball get stuck on the side of the rim after a made free throw. I can't remember the last time I've seen that. It's been a weird game. And Limestone, I'm not sure they'll shoot 60% from long range again for a long time. Second free throw was good. Deep three, Alex Bradley is good. And Braves trail by 9. Quick inbounds pass. Braves go for a steal. They can't get it. And Kenny Hairston's fouled. Mike Smith was very close to getting that steal. And for Smith, that is his third personal foul. Very close to being a tie-up. Braves down by 9, 49.9 seconds left. So both of those last free throws were good by Sean Stewart. Now it'll be 2 free throws for Kenny Hairston. And Alex Bradley just hit an NBA 3 on that last possession for UNCP. Crazy action in this game. It's been a wild game. Very entertaining basketball. So glad you're able to join us, and it's just unfortunate that one of these teams has to lose, and by all signs, it might be UNCP. First free throw, no good by Hairston. Win or go home in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. The champions of the Peach Belt, UNCP, the champions of Conference Carolinas, Limestone. And the second free throw is good to make it a 10-point game. Roll the inbounds pass to Rose. Game clock down to 48. Rose dribbles to the top of the key. He'll fire a three-point attempt. Left it short. Defensive rebound, Limestone. That might do it. UNCP gives the foul as Justin Holloman hauls in the board. That foul called on Quamaine Rose. It's just his first. 41.4 seconds left, and all Limestone needs to do is keep making free throws and grabbing rebounds if the Braves miss. It's been a sensational game for the two-headed monster of Sean Stewart and Shaq Dance. Stewart with 37 points, Dance with 31. Here's Michael Miller at the line. Justin Holloman at the line, and he makes his first. Haven't seen Michael Miller off the bench for Limestone. Doesn't play very much. And Holloman takes advantage of the free throw line. He makes both. It's a 12-point Limestone lead with 41 seconds to go. Rose up to Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has his three-point attempt blocked by Dance, recovered by Limestone, and that should just about do it. Limestone looking up the floor the other way. The Braves not going to give the foul, and there's a 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Braves lay off it, and that will do it. 97-85 the Limestone lead, and the Braves season will come to an end in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Limestone does need to put up a shot of some kind here. Off the bounce, three-point attempt. Hairston knocks it in because why not? Gives the Saints an even 100. And that will do it. Clock runs out. The Braves season comes to an end against the hot shooting of Limestone. Your final score in this one, Limestone 100, UNC Pembroke 85. The Saints survive and advance. A heartbreaking end to what was an excellent and historic season for UNCP, but somebody's season had to end today, and the Saints just shot the ball unbelievably well. UNCP shot about 42% in the game, 40% from long range. Meanwhile, Limestone, just remarkable. 100 points in the game, 14 of 23 from long range. That's 61% from deep. And the Braves playing catch-up for just too long. Couldn't get it done here this afternoon. Final stats for the Braves, led by Nigel Grant's 23 points and 4 rebounds. Akia Pruitt with 9 boards, 15 points. Quamaine Rose, 9 points in his final collegiate game. Alex Bradley in his final collegiate game, 19 points. For Limestone, we highlighted Sean Stewart and Shaq Dance coming in. They made just about everything today. Sean Stewart leading all scores, 37 points on 6 of 8 shooting from long range. Shaq Dance, 14 of 23 from the floor for 31 points. Also 19 for Hairston. The rest of the team didn't have to do very much, as they combined for the rest of the team 13 points. How about that? The team scores 100, and all but 13 coming from 3 guys. Limestone improves to 27-5 on the year. UNCP finishes at 24-8. Limestone will take on the winner of our next game, which is Pfeiffer versus Lincoln Memorial. That is the 2 versus 7 matchup, and the Braves will head back to Pembroke as their season comes to a close here today. So UNCP wins the Peach Belt Conference Championship last weekend, earns the 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, but runs into a red-hot Limestone team, and the Saints are the ones who will advance, the 6 defeating the 3 in the opening round of the Southeast Regional. Final score one more time, Limestone 100, UNC Pembroke 85. This has been UNC Pembroke Basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you all year. This is Cameron Songer signing off from Charlotte. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.